I like it. All right. All right. Hey guys, what's going on? It's T-Carp. I'm here with my good buddy Ron. You saw him at the Appalachian Trail. He's the guy that actually planned the trip, took me, all that stuff. Ron, how are you doing today, brother?
Good. How are you?
Thanks. I'm doing good. Thank you so much, by the way, for coming. We both have lives and kids and all that, and we're actually really good friends, but, you know, life happens, coming over, doing a few things, but he brought his whole system, and I showed you my system. He brought his whole system, which is much more tuned, much more just intricate than mine. Man, do you mind like picking it up and showing us like what you brought for us today, and why, and just your thoughts on a lot of this stuff?
Yeah.
So I'll get up and I'll let you kind of do your thing.
Yeah. So, which I didn't bring this because we couldn't have a fire, but I always.
Why don't you put your bag up here, so folks, there you go.
See if I can.
And you can just
have to stand up.
Yeah, you can stand up, do whatever there.
So, this is just a saw.
Okay.
It's all nice and small. It's sharp, so I got a little cover on it. But
Now, what saw is this?
spin saw.
So a spin.
So it basically comes apart and then folds into like a saw.
So is it one of those big, what is it, like box saws basically, or what are they called? The frame saws.
Yeah, like that.
Okay. So basically, you can take down bigger trees if you had to, whatnot there.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, cool.
Bigger.
And then what pack you running, by the way?
Osprey. I don't know how you pronounce it. Aether, maybe.
The Aether. It's a 70-liter pack. Tell us the good and the bad about this pack. What you like and what you don't like about it.
And overall, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem I've had is it rubs my hips some, but I think it's just I need to get the fit squared away good on it before I call that a fault.
What's the weight of this pack, you think?
Packed out.
Yeah.
I've got some water in there now, but with that, it's at 25 pounds right now.
Dang, that's not bad though for all that. So
I don't have my tent, and I usually if I'm camping in a campsite, I usually take a chair with me, and that shaves. That'd be about 6 more pounds. I weighed those last night just to figure out how much they would add, and it's like right at 6.
Right at 6. That's not bad.
So,
all right, take it apart. What else you got in here? So we got the saw.
I mean, on the outside, I just keep my Mora.
Okay, so
it's a good place to keep it.
So you've got a Mora Garberg on a Night Eyes little binder here, okay, or little S-spinner. So why do you choose the Mora Garberg as your knife? Like what do you like about that? What do you dislike about it?
Just watched videos and they said it was good. So that's what I got.
It seems you really did like it. It seemed to be really good. It's you were showing me the other day. It sharpened right up for you.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Scars to prove it. Let's see. So I think I still have them in here. This is still packed. I was supposed to go with Jordan a few weeks ago, and we didn't get to go because they closed down the highway. But I still have this guy.
So sweet. So this is your new baby. That's the
PR4.
Nice. So that's I'm an SC guy too. So little backstory. James Gibson is a local knife maker. By the way, y'all need to be praying for James. James is having some. He hasn't released it. He's got some more health issues. You really need to be praying for him. But James Gibson is a local knife maker that designed these for Essie, and in my opinion, some of the best camping and bushcrafting knives around. So anyway,
I like it a lot. So I don't know. Awesome. The handle on that one feels my hand a little better on the Mora, but I don't know. I like that one.
Like that one. Hey, I understand.
Let's see. So I guess we'll start down here at the hip belt. We're going outside to inside. So
okay.
Fire steel.
So you got your good old-fashioned fire steel, right?
And then I got a battery bank for charging phones and watches or whatever.
Some people will say those battery bank, like, why would you bring that? Those things are almost invaluable. Like on the trail, like if you've got electronics, and we all have electronics. We went to a foreign country; they have electronics. It's a part. It's just a part of the world now.
Yeah. Some people say it's too much weight, but I'm not through hiking or whatever, so I don't care. Like
you can handle a few more ounces.
Yeah. I use my phone for our navigation and just to track stuff. I'm not on it doing stuff, but it still drains enough, especially if it's cool out to
Yeah.
don't have to charge it. So
you got that. What else we got?
some lint from the dryer for fire starter.
Hey, that's very important.
Matches, waterproof matches,
Mm-hmm.
waterproof.
So what I'm seeing here is a double way of fire. So you're not just trusting one single way.
Yeah, the matches are basically my primary, and then if I run out or whatever, I've got something else.
Fire still right.
Phone charger,
Cool.
dedicated for that, so don't forget it. If I wanted to save weight, I could get rid of this right now because it's bug spray.
Right. And the fun thing is this always changes and whatnot. That I've noticed that your pack is always changing.
Yeah.
Like, and people are thinking, oh, I've got to set it and forget it. That's not how a pack system works.
No, change it for the season, but I actually forgot to take that out because I went with another buddy of ours, Jake, in I don't remember when we went, September maybe. It was still hot out. It was still warm. We were warm, and if we had bugs, I wanted something just in case.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got the first side of this done. Let's look at the second side of this.
So, other side of my hip belt, I keep a lot of like rehydration or energy gels.
Those came in handy, man. So we were on the AT, and I was struggling. I was a little out of shape, and those were definitely. These were definitely. They didn't. You say they didn't taste good. They were okay.
They're all right. They have a texture.
They do have a texture to them. It is if you're a texture person, I do agree with you there.
Yeah, weird texture. So that's kind of most of what I keep here is. And there's some liquid IV.
Okay. What do you recommend more, those liquid IVs or the textured gels?
They're both about the same. I think the textured ones give a little energy with them, some carbs.
Mm-hmm.
So, either or, really. I mean, I keep both. For hydrating, I like the liquid IVs.
Okay.
For all-in-ones, other stuff. Some just snacks, some like Peak Refuel cookie bites.
Mm-hmm. Now you really turned me on to that Peak stuff. So we tried the Mountain House over the Peak, and those Peak much more tasty.
Oh yeah. I mean Mountain House is good, but Peak's
just Peak's just better. They're both good. Like I would take both of them. So, but that Peak's just a little bit more. So.
And what else? Got some Zip Fizzes.
Zip Fizzes?
Yeah.
There you go. I haven't had them.
It's just an energy thing. From Costco. Another gel. Some Band-Aids. A couple Band-Aids.
Gotta have the boo-boos.
I don't know why I have instant coffee in there, but I do. I guess there's just looking for somewhere to put it.
Right.
Which I'm not a huge fan of the Starbucks or instant coffee in general.
Go ahead.
So on the top, and we'll start with the smaller one, I guess. Got a small first aid kit.
Mm-hmm. Let's flip this around and show. So that's fine. There we go. So the top pouch here.
Small first aid kit.
Okay.
So I got a couple patches for whatever, get leaks, air mattress or tent or whatever.
So a lot of the stuff we're using is that it is super lightweight stuff, and it is good quality, but it is thin and it's kind of easy to puncture.
Yeah, you can get small pinholes or whatever. So there's Band-Aids, basically, like little Band-Aids for your stuff. I might not even be able to get it open. Just like a little, basically, like you said, little Band-Aid gear, just pop it on. Yep. And it seems to work really well. Haven't had to use them yet, thankfully.
Oh yeah. So hopefully they work well. We don't know.
Yeah. I think that's our permit.
Okay.
For.
So how much does a permit? Like, let's say we're on the AT. how much does the permit cost for that shelter that we stayed in, like Icewater Springs?
$8 a piece is
Okay, sweet.
16 bucks.
So $16 and all that. So if we go checked by the service, like, hey, here's our permits, all that stuff.
You gotta have a hard copy for it. I mean,
Yeah.
for whatever reason. I think this may be the one for me and Jake went. Yeah.
There you go.
So it was early November when we went.
Hey,
knife
there's.
sharpener.
Yes, this is my jam here. I've got to get him to actually use this.
Probably don't need that. It's probably extra weight that I don't need, but. And then a tourniquet. I have that. And extra contacts.
Hey, that's always good with those.
Little thing, a paracord lanyard thing. Just in case. And then the big one, I don't even know what's, this is like a little pour over coffee deal. Because I like to take normal coffee sometimes. So it's just a
little regular pour over. You pour it into your cup and ta-da.
sits on your cup and put the coffee in and pour hot water on it.
Hey, that's about as simple as it gets.
Toothbrush, toothpaste. Not had to use it. But
We don't brush our teeth around here.
there's not a point for a one day. I keep a notepad just for.
You were writing your journal notes and all that. That was kind of cool.
I keep track of what all I've done and all that. Well, I guess me and Jake went in October, so I keep track. Like we went. Let's see. We got down to like 32. I keep track like the temperature got down to like 30. Well, no, sorry, it's the wrong thing. I don't know. I'd have to look at it, but
Oh, you're good.
I keep track of everything in
Yeah,
there.
you do. You keep track of a lot.
A little bit of toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I don't need this is because I keep some like fine grit sandpaper in there to touch up my knife if I need to.
That's smart. That's smart.
I need to get rid of that because it's a backup. I don't use this one anymore.
So you kind of do what I do, and I kind of dog on myself. I almost overpack.
Oh yeah.
And I think everybody does. Yeah. Why do you think we have that issue overpacking? Why do you think we as just hikers, outdoorsmen in general, just overdo it?
We think something's gonna break.
That's about right. Yeah.
I mean, I'd rather have something to fix it, which I don't care, but I don't have it as a backup. I have it because I forgot it was in there. 'Cause I have it was too short, so I got my hands dirty getting down in those freeze-dried meals. So, I mean, it's a good sport, but it's just too short.
Right.
I need to just leave it out of there.
Leave it out of there. Right.
That's the one I use now.
Yeah. I saw that when you're using that one.
A little long. I mean, it's a lot.
Well, I was saying in my video, the longer the ones, I kind of like them because you got to get deep in those bags.
Yep. And I have these because it was wet one time I went. I haven't taken them out. It's just fire starters.
Mm-hmm.
Just to help get it going.
That works.
Digging down in deep now.
I love it.
Another tourniquet.
2 is 1, 1 is none.
And a headlamp. I think I have another headlamp in there somewhere too.
These headlamps are invaluable. Absolutely.
Probably don't need to.
But hey, I understand. But a lot of people don't have everything you need, so kind of. Here's another headlamp.
Batteries for the headlamps.
Right.
I need to just take one of those out anyway. Pen for my notepad.
Little zebra pen. That's a good pen.
Oh, there it is. That's the stuff we drank. Buena Vista.
Yes. So let's show the thing. So that was the one that we drank. It was very good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. It's the most normal tasting coffee that I've had as far as instant stuff.
You are a coffee connoisseur.
I like coffee. That's where I keep like the coffee grounds.
And all that extra stuff right there.
Or a trash bag or whatever. And then a map.
So is that just actual hardcore map?
Yeah.
Do you recommend just a hard map over your phone, or you like your phone and that as a backup?
Yeah, that's something I like having a backup for if my phone, like, I run out of battery or whatever. That way
We can figure it out.
It's easy enough to, everything's marked really well, and it's not hard to find stuff. Like, if we got lost,
Yeah, we could figure out how to get to another trail.
yeah. Even if you didn't have this, I mean, you'd run into something eventually. So,
But still, it's always good to have.
it's good to know. I mean, if a trail marker's down or something, you can look at it and see where to go.
Absolutely. So that's all in the top 2 pouches here that goes over. Okay.
Yep. That's it for that.
All right.
Stuff back in there if you're good with it.
All right. You're good. I'm gonna pause everything here. Let you get settled.
I'm gonna forget where everything went now.
No, you're whatever. All right. So we got the top thing done, and we got the belt side. So now I think, is it main pack time?
Yeah. I mean, I have a water bottle on the side. It's not a.
Talk about your water bottle. Yeah.
It's just an Nalgene.
So you go with good old fashioned Nalgene. That's what I talked about in my video. I had the stainless steel, which is a little bit heavier, but Nalgene seems to be the thing that a lot of hikers use.
I mean, some don't like. A lot of people just use the Sawyer Squeeze into a smart water. Like the big thing.
I have seen people do the smart water things. So
that's I know a lot of people or a few people that I've gone with, that's kind of what they do is that. I just like the Nalgene because it's more sturdy. So
it is definitely more sturdy.
And it's got a wider mouth.
Right.
But if I want to save weight, then I buy a Sawyer Squeeze and smart water. But
that's what we saw a lot of that thru hiker. Those thru hikers, they really did like that Sawyer Squeeze. Yep. They made a few upgrades, but anyway, my puppy dog kind of checking it out with us.
Unbuckling. So this little thing up front here, I just keep a rain jacket borrow it from work when we go.
So I know you have a good way of describing what you do. You're a jewelry salesman, is that right?
Yeah.
What is it? And how do you say it? You specialize in
wrist bracelets.
In wrist bracelets. We're going to leave it at that.
So that's everything on the outside. Inside, so these, I keep them. I got 2 of them. I keep them tucked away in an extra pair of socks.
Okay. So why do you keep an extra pair of socks? What's your deal there?
I want dry feet, and I always keep 1 pair just dedicated for the night, so I have dry warm feet, because that's what gets cold on me. So I don't use these all the time. I got them specifically for our trip because we couldn't have a fire, and it's just it's a lantern.
So Yuko lantern. Thoughts on the Yuko lantern?
I mean, it did what it was supposed to. I got 2 of them.
Yeah, I actually got one for Christmas, and I asked for one specifically because you got those for our trip. I loved it.
Yeah,
I absolutely loved it.
We weren't allowed to have a fire because it was
we were in a drought.
Yeah.
Even though it was so cold, we were in a drought.
That's our fire season, is like October, November, so we couldn't have an open fire, which there was a fire pit in the shelter, which was super awesome, but we couldn't use it. So if we didn't have something for light, we would have been going to bed at like 6 o'clock. So
that was the weird thing. It's like once it gets dark, it's like not a lot to do,
Yeah, so I wanted something to give some light, so I bought 2 of those up and throw them in a sock in case because it's glass.
Yeah, you want to make sure that it's
glass up here, so I don't want it to.
And that's an old trick, is just throwing it in a sock, and that just keeps everything from banging around and all that. Yeah, you can just throw that on there.
Let's see next. Oh, I said.
Yeah, socks. Extra socks. Yep.
Clean. Let's see. These are snacks.
Yes. So love the snacks.
Beef sticks and bars and M&Ms.
These bars and M&Ms and all that fun stuff. You keep going.
Let's see, and here I've got a light pair of thermals to wear at night. Like this is just I don't know where the tops are. Top part's somewhere in here. Oh, there they are. So
yeah, I had a pair of thermals as well to wear at night, just to like your sleeping clothes.
Yep.
You don't want to, you've been hiking all day, you've been sweating. I was nasty. Those clothes were nasty. I was kind of glad I had something clean and warm to just sleep in.
Oh yeah. And then I got a puffy jacket.
Yep.
All zipped up.
So is that the REI one?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. So that's exactly. So this is what the REI jacket looks like.
Oh, you got one.
Yeah. So someone got me this for Christmas.
Yep.
So these are great. Love this thing. Absolutely love this.
For the price, mine was, I think they're usually like $129,
I think, or something like that.
I got this on. It was like $80. I think.
That's great.
On sale. So
and they're super lightweight. They work really well. He's got his sewn up, or basically you can put it into the pocket and just zip it right up. Or you could use this as a pillow if you had to.
Yeah,
some people do that.
If I want to save space, I'd get rid of an Nalgene, but at night I like having plenty of water to where I can, if I want to drink at night, I can get a drink at night, and then in the morning I don't have to go and fill up my water bottles when I wake up.
So you're, an extra little bit of water, and everybody's going to be different. So
yeah. So I mean, if I needed extra space, I'd get rid of one. And then I've got a little cup that fits in to save space. This is all packed for when I was going to go with Jordan, so I've got basically everything set up.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So you got your peak. Yep.
Yeah.
So what's your choice of food? So you got the peak. What's the?
Usually I do biscuits and gravy. I haven't tried this breakfast skillet from Peak yet, but I haven't had a bad thing from them, so I'm sure it's gonna be fine. It's hard to mess up potatoes and eggs and sausage. So.
That's right.
This is Backpacker's Pantry. Peak doesn't make mac and cheese, so I went with it, and it's hard to mess it up too. So I've had it before; it's all right. And then this is Peak Chicken Alfredo. It's really good. When we went, I had beef stroganoff, and it's good. I usually switch between those two. I haven't really ventured out into anything else yet, so chicken Alfredo or beef stroganoff from them is what I like. Next, my Grail, my water purifier.
I like the Grail, man. I actually bought one because you had one, so I actually got one as well, and I took it to Panama.
Yeah.
I love that thing. I love it, man.
They take up a lot of room, but
they just work so well.
They work well. They filter out more stuff. Like, it's one of the only ones that's safe to take to like third world countries and not boil water and stuff. And the filters, like the Sawyer squeezes, or anything like that, if they get frozen, they're done. You can't use them anymore. But these you can freeze. They can get frozen like 2 or 3 times, and they're still
great.
You can still use them.
And how it works is this is mine taken apart. I know I've got still a little bit of water in it, but so you've got the filter system, and you've got the cup system, and basically you just push that down. It filters the water through here up into here, and it's safe. So it works out really well. My puppy dog is having some fun with this monkey, and he is absolutely just being good.
This is my jet boil.
Now this is the thing.
See, I've been looking at what is it, Pocket Rocket Deluxes. But,
right, the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxes.
But by the time you get a pot and all that, it takes up the same amount of room. Like some people hate on the jet boil, but
why would people hate on the jet boil? What do they say?
They say it's too big and too heavy. But by the time I buy a pot and a Pocket Rocket and put it all in the pot, it's going to be the same size.
Yeah, and that was incredibly fast, and it was pretty convenient. It just boom. Once it's boiling, it stops, right?
I almost don't have enough time to open my stuff to get it ready because it's boiling pretty quick.
That's awesome.
super efficient with it's got like fins and stuff on it.
That was the coolest thing I'd ever seen. I was like, wow, that's I'm sitting there waiting on my stuff to boil. He's Ryan's just about eating. So
everybody I know uses those Pocket Rockets, but I mean they're loud, and that's pretty loud too.
Anything's gonna be loud on the trail.
I don't know. maybe one day I'll venture out, but for now I'm sticking with it. And I don't want to spend $90 on another stove.
There you go.
That's my pillow. It's huge, but I like a good pillow.
So yeah, and kind of like, you know, again, you're going to have a different system than a lot of people do. Other people's systems are just going to be different as well. Hold on, yeah. Uh-oh. Your system's going to be just different as well. A lot of people are just going to have different systems. You know, you bring your items, you bring comfort items. A good night's sleep is a big deal. Yeah.
So I go with that. I'm probably gonna either add or switch to a Thermarest, it'll be the same type. I don't like the inflatable ones. They're just not comfortable. This is like crushed. This is memory foam, like shredded up in there.
Nice.
If I want to compress it down more, I can put it in a compression sack. But I don't care to have a little extra weight. I'm not going on super long hikes or anything, so I'll sacrifice some weight and space for comfort. So stuff like that's why my pack looks like it's so full. Just got.
But you got comfort items, man.
I
love it.
I don't care to have a little extra weight.
I brought that big wool blanket, and I was warm. I was so warm, I was having to take it off.
Yeah.
Because you start sweating.
Yeah. Some wipes for like your hands or whatever to keep clean so you don't get sick.
Big deal there.
Figure out what all I got in here. This is a sleeping bag liner.
All right.
So I took a 40-degree bag, and then they say this will add like 20 degrees, which it's not going to, I don't think. But when I got in this with my lightweight thermals on and in my sleeping bag, I started out and I thought I was going to sweat all night, but I stayed warm, and I think it got down to the low 30s.
Yeah, it got 33 to 34, I believe, maybe even 32. I'm not sure. I mean, there was frost on the ground when we got up, so
I probably have it written down somewhere, but it kept me warm, and I can use this in the summer just as a standalone thing if I wanted to.
Absolutely.
And I'll just go ahead. That's the sleeping bag I took, just a Kelty.
So it's a Kelty. What's the brand? So Kelty
Cosmic Down 40.
Okay.
It works. I don't like the shape of it because I don't like mummy bags. They're constricting. So I'm not trying to quit, but I think I like it. I actually have it in the truck. The Sidewinder by Big Agnes, and I've laid in it, and it's going to be a lot better fit for me. But this was, it's a cheaper one. It's a down bag, and everything I look into my stuff before I buy it, and everything I looked at said that for the price you can't beat them. So that's what I got, and it's worked, and I've had it out. That's what I've taken on. That's what I've taken on every trip I've been on. So
you've slept. You've got 4 to 5 hours in the backcountry's a good night's sleep. Have you gotten that in this bag?
More than that.
There you go.
More than that.
Absolutely. So. And honestly, I know people will scoff at 4 to 5 hours. Sometimes, for a lot of people, 45 hours or 4 to 5 hours in the backcountry in the woods is is what you want.
Yeah.
If you can get more than that, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. Which we got a lot more when we went because we went to bed at. When did we go to bed? 9, 8.
We go to 8, 9, but then you got to sit there and think, laying there trying to get to sleep, all that stuff.
I was out.
You're out. So
dry bag. So I just keep this pretty much for our food.
Yes.
Because you have to hang it. You can't use a box. You got to hang it from. They have the wires. I don't know if you showed that in your video.
I didn't get a chance to show it in my video. We are in bear country. There are tons of bears where we are at. We don't have grizzly bears, but we have black bears. Black bears are scavengers. If you have food laying out, they will find it. Period. End of sentence.
You're not allowed to even cook in the shelter. You got to be outside. So, and then anything with a scent, like if you take deodorant, if you take toothbrush, toothpaste, coffee, whatever, it's all got to go in a bag and hang it. The first time I went, I just hung my whole bag, which if I was in an actual campsite, that's what I'd probably still do. But I'll take that back. Last time I went, I kept that in my vestibule of my tent. And I hung this still, but I keep all my food in there and hang it, so I don't have to leave my whole bag hanging, and I can keep it dry. And then that also works for if there's a chance of rain, I can throw my jacket or something. My sleeping bag would fit in there. My pillow, that way I'm dry, which is very important, obviously, at night.
Absolutely.
This is my sleeping pad.
Is that your new one?
No, I've actually got it in the car. We can look at it later maybe, but this is my old one. It's a Climate Static Bee, which, I mean, again, everything I read for the price, that's the one to get, because I think this is under $100.
Okay, there you go.
So they say it's a 4.4 R value. Everything I've read now says that's just something kind of made up by Climate.
Right.
It hasn't been really tested, so it worked. My hips stay on the ground. It wasn't super comfortable. I've had it out 3-4 times, but it works. My new one is a little bit lighter. It packs up about the same size.
Let me show you what I just got. What I just got for Christmas, just to compare something. So this is a pad that I just got, and you can see the difference in the size and weight. And then this one is, and this is one that you had recommended to me.
Yes.
So it's not just like, oh, look at mine. No,
Yeah.
This is one that you had recommended, and you can see the difference between one that is good, don't get me wrong, but then like a premium one that, like I said, you had recommended and all that, just in the size difference there.
This is what, probably coming up on $200, probably close.
Yeah, it was not cheap.
Yeah, this is under 100, but this weighs 24 ounces. My new one, I got the wide, and I forget how long this was. So this is 72 by 23. My new one is 72 by 25, and is 3.5 inches thick, and then on the sides it's 4.5. It weighs like 23 ounces, and it packs up smaller.
So this is when you start getting into budget versus premium, you start getting smaller, lighter, better quality, keep your hips up off the ground. That's going to be the big thing.
Yeah.
So just to kind of compare and show you guys that.
Yeah, I would have gotten Nemo, but first of all, they were out of them. So
Right. I probably got the last one.
I couldn't get them, and then I don't know. I read good things about Big Agnes. So
There you go. Yeah, Big Agnes. You were sending me reviews on that one too. So
go either way. Like Nemo and Big Agnes, they're my thing. I've got there's a thing like a seat pad.
okay.
So if I didn't take a chair, which I always, if I'm at a campsite, I take a chair.
Okay.
I try to, but I think that's it.
All right. And then that's all your pack.
Yep.
So in all, I know we've got it all laid out and all that, but it's really not that much stuff. You've got a few things, a couple redundancies, but it's not all that much stuff. And all this is in a 25 pound thing. So, but it all, like I said, it's all very useful. A couple of redundancies, a couple of comfort items.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, we could both admit to, hey, I brought some extra things I didn't need.
Yeah.
You bring things you don't need, but all in all, it's still able to be packed up in this.
And I'll take stuff out because obviously there's not a tent or I always take a chair. It's an extra, which it weighs. My tent weighs like 3 pounds, and the chair weighs like under 2.
So yeah, you could take a little bit more, and this thing can handle the weight of it, no problem. So all right. Well, man, I really appreciate you coming over and doing this. Guys, thank you for watching. Please, like, subscribe, do all the things, thumbs up, thumbs down, tell us how much we suck. I don't care, comment, it helps the algorithm. But guys, for Ron, this is T-Carp signing out. Y'all be good.